I'm pro all the things. I think that it's up to each individual what they want to do, what makes them feel good, what makes them happy.
There's so many things in the world that it's like, if you don't like it, don't do it.
Like, how does it change your life if somebody wants to get Botox or somebody doesn't want to get Botox? I feel that way about vegans too, but we're not talking about that. But I will say this, even though I'm pro all those things, and I completely, entirely agree with you on being like, well, it's nobody's business, because it's really not. I do have an issue with young girls getting plastic surgery. I do. And I'm not going to name any names, but you know who I'm talking about. That, I just don't know. I think, when is too young, though? When is too young to go under the knife to fix your nose, to fix your boobs, to fix your...
I don't really agree with that. I have a couple friends that got nose jobs when they turned 18. They wanted them their whole lives. It's the most prominent feature on the face. They never were happy with their noses. It was a huge insecurity for them, and they went ahead and they did it, and they were great. They were both totally settled, and you never would know they have nose jobs, but I think that's totally fine.
So you think there's no age that's too young?
I mean, I think I wouldn't necessarily go get triple E boobs thrown on me at 18, but I think there are certain things, I mean, I don't think you should be getting Botox before you have wrinkles.
I agree. Well, it's creating this whole, weird thing. And again, I do Botox, I do fillers, I do that stuff.
When you're that young and your face already is doing so well, you just end up looking older.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. It's like, now I see all these girls that are your age, they look really plastic.
Yeah, and they're just really full, and they've got it all going on.
Yeah.
And I just think there's a lot of time for that. Life is really long, and you're gonna get wrinkles, and everything's gonna drop.
It's gonna fall.
And I just don't think it's necessarily good for your body either to be throwing all that stuff in it when you're so young.
Yeah.
I just think live your life a little. I mean, I think there are different circumstances for someone who's in the public eye. The person I know you're talking about.
Well, I'm also talking about a few other people, because remember back in the day, what you might be too young to remember this, but there was all kinds of there was a lot of rumors, and there was a lot of people kind of whispering about, did Britney Spears get implants, remember?
Yeah.
Back in the day. And Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Did she get implants? And when people were discussing that, when that was something that was being talked about, they were young. Britney was 16, Lindsay was 16.
It's also weird to be talking about a 16-year-old's boobs.
Well, they did kind of
that's kind of the other thing. It's why is it a topic of conversation? I know it's been a conversation about Taylor Swift too, but I just think there's also a lot of things at play when you're a woman. There's your period, there's birth control, there's all those things.
Cheeseburgers.
I can go from looking like an A cup to double D, depending on the time of month, depending on the bra, depending on the outfit,
the angle and all that.
Yeah, your body is always changing, and I think it's not really anyone's business, even if it's kind of like the whole thing. Just because someone is in a push-up bra doesn't mean they're asking for it. It's just because you're in a push-up bra doesn't mean you're opening it up for discussion for people to talk about your boobs,
whether you have implants or not.
Make it a magazine cover. It's kind of bizarre, but
well, I guess the flip side to all that, though, is the people we're talking about that have gone under the knife or have altered themselves with plastic surgery they are in the public eye, so there's that sort of belief that they're inviting that dialogue and that conversation. And when we go backward to, Britney as an example, she was in the little schoolgirl outfits and the bralettes and stuff like that. And so they're in our face, I guess is why we talked about it. But, okay, so you think it's okay if it makes you feel better, like your friends are saying?
Yeah, I think if it's what you want, and it's what makes you feel best and makes you the most confident and the most, open version of yourself where you feel great, then that's totally fine. I have a friend who called me last night and told me she's getting a boob job in a couple weeks, and she's wanted one for a really, really long time, and, she's really excited about it, and she feels like it's going to be a big change for her, and so...
Well, for the record, I've had boob jobs. I've had implants taken out, and I've had reductions and lifts. And every time I did all those things, I was very happy. So to each his own.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
each his own.
Mind your business.
Mind your business,
Mind
people.
your business.
Go have a glass of wine. Mind your business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.